show. So, last week we took a look at some interesting snack foods, and I put up a poll to see what you guys wanted to try next, and by a plurality, the choice was some soda. So, we got some soda to review today. So, not gonna lie, I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do for soda. There's so much out there to do, and a lot of the places where I usually get soda, like Rocket Fizz, they're not exactly open right now, so I had to be creative. So shout out to Gracie, who gave me the idea of reviewing some off-brand sodas and seeing what they're like. So, well, today we're going to be talking about a brand called Summit Soda. Now, many of you, like me, probably enjoy a tasty soda every once in a while, and I doubt very many of you are familiar with Summit. Summit is the name brand from Aldi, one of my favorite places to shop. I usually love a good generic product. I'll get everything generic except for cookies and soda. Those are the only two things, and cereal, that I gotta get the name brand because it's just that much better. So we have some Summit brand soda to try today. So let me reach down to the random and grab a random one. So first thing we have is Mountain Frost. Now, it says it is Mountain Frost citrus flavored soda. Now, anyone here was probably gonna guess that this is in fact a copy of Mountain Dew. That's what we're looking at here. Now, there is this interesting thing they do here. It's called Invisible Frost. Same great tasting formula, now clear. So it's Mountain Dew, but clear instead of green. Gonna give you my best guess here. They realized that they could not take the money to dye it, sell it for the same price, make more money on it, and be able to sell the same product and advertise it as a clear tasting beverage. So, interesting here. So, I usually like a good Mountain Dew. I definitely enjoy Mountain Dew, so we'll see how this stacks up. Alright, have the trusty butterbeer mug here. Pour just a hint of it. That's good. Got a little bit of a smell here we can clean up. Alright, well, they weren't kidding when they said it was clear. It certainly is clear, if nothing else. Well, let's give it a try. See if this rots teeth in the same way as regular Mountain Dew does. That's interesting. I don't think it tastes like Mountain Dew per se. It's I mean, you got some of that Mountain Dew flavor there, but it's so much weaker. It's like when you drink a Mountain Dew, that punches you right in the face with that citrus flavor, and you can't get away from it. This, on the other hand, it almost tastes more like a Sprite or a 7-Up than it does Mountain Dew. It tastes like I got a 7-Up in one hand and a Mountain Dew in the other one, and I poured them both in the same cup, and then I end up with this. It's definitely not bad. It's not a bad soda by any stretch. But if their goal was to replicate Mountain Dew, I'm not sure that the Mountain Frost entirely matches that. So, if you really are hankering for a Mountain Dew, but the best you got is this Mountain Frost, will it quench your thirst? Yeah, definitely. Is it Mountain Dew? No. So, when I rate these this week, I'm going to rate them a little bit differently. Because most sodas are decent. If it's objectively gross, I will let you know, but it probably won't be. I'm going to rate it according to how close it is to the beverage it is trying to mimic. So, a 10 out of 10 would be, I cannot feasibly tell the difference between these two things. And a 1 is, this is not the same soda by any conceivable metric. With that, I have to give the Mountain Frost here, probably, I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. It is When you know what you're looking for, you can recognize it, but it's definitely not 100% the same. Let's clean this out here so we can go for a fresh on round 2. Alright, second soda here we have is called Plunge. You can tell by the orange can that this in fact is an orange soda. Now, I love orange soda, one of my favorite things to drink. Get a good Sun-Kissed or a Fanta. I am all about the orange soda. Now, similarly to the Mountain Frost, this is also advertising invisible oranges, probably for the same cost-based reasons that cheap soda would make any decision. So, let's pop this top. It smells really good. You can smell the orange for sure, so give it a little bit. I don't want to put too much of this in here. I will drink all of these. I'm not going to pour them out. That'd be a waste. I can't bring myself to do this. So let's see how much this tastes like a Sun-Kissed or a Fanta. Now that's really good. I feel like orange soda is kind of hard to mess up, and this really proves it here. This orange soda is really, really close. I will admit I'm not exactly an expert on orange soda, but there is no question at all that this is supposed to be an orange soda, and quite a tasty one too. Where the Mountain Fizz kind of tasted watered down, or Mountain Frost tasted watered down, this is definitely a much bolder flavor, where you can tell that it is an orange soda, and in fact exactly what it's going to be. So let's give this another little sip here. In fact, I really can't even think of a criticism here. It might be just a tad less strong than an actual Fanta or Sun-Kissed or something like that, but let's see. If I'm gonna rate this here, the Plunge Orange Summit Soda is going to earn a 9 out of 10 for me. That's a very good soda. I'm definitely gonna enjoy the rest of that. That's some good stuff. Now, let's say that you're not feeling like an orange soda. You gotta have something else. Okay, so we have here Citrus Twist. Once again, we can pretty well take a guess on what they're going for. This is obviously a knockoff of Sprite, Sierra Mist, 7-Up, those lemon lime sodas. Now look, strangely enough, this one isn't advertised as being clear because it already was. So they don't need to cut costs where those costs never existed. Let's give this pop a pop. Alright. Pour. Fizz, go down a little bit. Does not smell very much at all. Can't really immediately smell the orange in this, but this one and this one, the Mountain Frost and the Citrus Twist, can't smell as much. I think I would have a hard time distinguishing between the Citrus Twist and the Mountain Frost. Those two are very similar tasting sodas. I know I already said that this tasted like a 7-Up, maybe with a little Mountain Dew mixed in. This is pretty much there also. Now I will admit, I don't drink a whole lot of Sprite, 7-Up. That lemon lime soda is not usually my go-to. So it could simply be my lack of experience with lemon lime soda. I'm just not quite as aware of this lemon lime soda. So, let's give this one more try. Okay, well, yeah. It's also got a really weird aftertaste. I'm not a fan of this one at all. This, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that the citrus twist, that this is gonna get a teacher review low rating of 3 stars. You can tell what it's going for in the broad strokes. It's not unrecognizable as lemon lime soda, but no one is going to drink that and think, oh, this is 7-Up. You're going to think, oh, this tastes like crappy 7-Up. What is it? Whereas this plunge, with the exception of the fact that it's clear, you could probably get away with that flavor. And so, alright, now, last thing we have here is something near and dear to my heart. All of you know how much I love my Diet Coke. Diet Coke is the nectar of the gods, it's ambrosia. It is what keeps me going day after day. I drink way too much Diet Coke. Well, here we have Summit Cola Diet. I'm a little upset because sometimes they've been given all these like really clever names. Like we've got Plunge and Citrus Twist and Mountain Fizz or Mountain Frost. I don't know why I keep calling it Mountain Fizz. I guess I don't know what words are anymore, but they didn't even try with it. They're just like, oh, it's Diet Cola. And they also put it in a silver can just so that you know that it is in fact a Diet Cola, because Diet Pepsi and Diet Coke both use a silver can. Just so happens the regular cola also uses a red can, just like Coke. If it wasn't enough on the nose what this was trying to be, I don't think they're trying to hide it. Now, I'm also going to be a little upset if this is clear. It didn't advertise itself as being clear. Try that. Smells like Diet Coke-ish. Pour a little bit in here. Okay, it's got the right color, which is good. I would have been very upset if that was clear. It looks about right. Yeah, I think it's actually a little lighter than Diet Coke, where Diet Coke is a really dark brown. This seems to be a lighter brown. Let's give it a try. I really like that. So, I now take this with a grain of salt here. I'm predisposed to like Diet Cola because I like Diet Cola. Diet Coke is my favorite drink in the whole world. It definitely does not taste like Diet Coke, but it doesn't seem like it's trying to be too. Now, for those of you who are cola connoisseurs, as of myself, especially Diet Cola connoisseurs, you might be familiar with the RC Cola. Definitely a little more popular in the south of the United States, RC Cola is. This Diet Cola from Summit tastes a lot like RC Cola. True story, when I was very little, I used to think that RC Cola was named after me because RC are my first 2 initials. So my father, whose initials are also RC, had convinced me that RC Cola was in fact named after me, and I was so proud to drink it. I digress. So, if we... Let's see, let's take another drink of this here. Yeah, that's a really good soda. No one is gonna mistake it for Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi, but they would definitely mistake it for RC Cola. I think that this one gets it the closest. It's the closest to being what it's supposed to be. So, if I'm going to give this a ranking, I'm going to give this a 9.75 out of 10. Now, you're like, no, Mr. Hadley, why a 9.75 out of 10? If it's so good, why don't you give it a perfect score? Well, the answer is simple. Diet Coke is perfect, and nothing else achieves that perfection. Therefore, this, although quite delicious, and the clear winner among these off-brand sodas, it cannot quite achieve the deliciousness that is Diet Coke, although it is quite tasty. So, if you're shopping at your local Aldi, which of these should you get? All right. In last place is going to be the Citrus Twist. A 12-pack of soda was only $1.75. I happen to know a 12-pack of name brand soda is about $4. So you're going less than half the price for this soda. Even considering the fact that it is half the price, I can't say that I recommend this Citrus Twist. Just because it's not that good. If you absolutely have to have something like that and you're shopping at Aldi, just go to our number 3 choice here, this Mountain Frost. Mountain Frost is enough. It's like a middle ground. It is that middle ground between Mountain Dew and 7-Up. So you can get your fix of either one with that beverage. I still don't know if it's great, but it's certainly not bad. It's a reasonable substitute, with the one exception being, looks like this doesn't have any caffeine, and this does have caffeine, so I guess keep that in mind if that is a concern of yours. Next, for our second place, is going to be this Plunge Orange Soda, which is quite tasty. Definitely enjoyed that Plunge. If you need the no caffeine, I would definitely go for this. It is a little calorie dense at 180 calories per can, but it's quite a tasty soda. Now again, I usually go for the diet sodas myself, but the orange soda is definitely a quality soda. It is the best of these citrusy sodas by no... It's not even close. This is definitely the tastiest of them. Maybe it's just because there's a little more competition on the orange front. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and speculate why the off-branded orange soda is the best, but it is. And our winner here, call it bias, call it my predilection, call it whatever you like, is definitely this Summit Diet Cola. I'm not going to lie, I had very low expectations for this. When I picked up this can at the Aldi, I thought this was going to be bad and I wasn't going to want to drink it. However, it's kind of nice to change up the pace. If I still want to drink some diet soda and I don't want my Diet Coke, I don't know when that might happen, but if I ever didn't want the Diet Coke, this is definitely going to be a great secondary. Yeah, that is, I'm going to enjoy it. I might even, dare I say, go back and buy more of these, especially since this Diet Cola is less than half the price of a Diet Coke. Especially if you, unlike me, are not a Diet Coke fanatic. This is more than a quality replacement. This is better than some of the diet sodas I've had. It's even like sweeter. This might be blasphemy to say, but it's even sweeter than Diet Coke. I personally like the taste of Diet Coke, but this is probably tastes closer to non-diet soda. If you're looking for a cola that kind of tastes like regular cola but is diet. So with that being our conclusion, I'm going to go ahead and give our clear winner to the Summit Diet Cola. Now, overall thoughts of Summit brand in general. Well, first of all, at the end of the day, you get what you pay for. Off-brand sodas are off-brand for a reason, and that's because they're made, you don't get the name brand. It's not using that famous Coke recipe. But that doesn't make it bad, especially with the generic flavors like orange. They probably have a grape too. If you're looking for those more generic flavors, those are really going to be good. Or the surprise hit, this Diet Cola, maybe it's just because there's so many different colas out there. Instead of trying to emulate Coke, they just did their own thing, and it went really well. So definitely best example of an off-brand diet soda I've had. So, you may have different opinions on this, Feel free to try these different sodas. Let me know what you think of them. I will probably go buy some more Summit Diet Cola. The rest of these I can't say that I'll buy again just because I don't drink Diet Cola. I don't drink regular soda that much, so it's not quite worth it for me to get them. Even at a reduced price, I don't usually buy it at all, so either way, that's going to be teacher reviews for this week. So thanks so much for tuning in, and don't forget to check your homework.